Hello everyone, welcome back. Heir of Change here, and I hope you've got your Zinch ready for tonight, because we're going to continue changing the ways. We accomplished the schemes needed in the Darklands and Mountains of Morn. We have accomplished our schemes in the Empire, and at this point I need to head back on over to this portal and try and head to Kislev and Norsca. I'm actually going to try and avoid these Chaos Dwarf settlements. They're a little angry with me. Maybe understandably so. You know, I don't know why. May have something to do with the fact that I caused an utter civil war in their territory. We're going to take on a little trophy here. So we're going to take on Astrogoth Ironhand's form and our formless horror. Let's head into our skill tree. And I was working on getting over here to 1,000 faces, which would allow me to access the spells when using the Formless Horror. And we might be able to do that just now. That physical resistance while transformed. Dang, all of these are really good. Like, really good. Alright, but now we can use the spells. And we can go ahead and probably get this one next time as well, because that's going to make us very strong when we're transformed. Let's take a look here at our Iridescent Horror, who needs a skill point. We'll throw that in there. And then Patchy, the Ugly Mug Cultist. And boy, does he have an ugly mug if he is anything like me. Alright, and then our Blue Scribes. I was continuing to unlock different magic for them because the army will have access to a randomly chosen Cataclysm spell. We definitely want that. Like, a lot.
1,000 years pass.
Primal magic. You know, we might get the Foot of Gork every now and then with this. Let's... Oh, we still got to get a little bit more. Dread magic is vampires, Nahakara, Deep. And all those are good, too. Dang. What do we got to have for this one? 7 skill points in the previous group, so I think all of them. 5, 6, 7, yeah. So we got to get all of them in the previous skill group to unlock that one. Okay. The Blue Scribes are going to be completely out of control, and I'm here for it. Like, I am definitely down for the completely out of control madness. We need, for the final schemes in Norsca and Kislev, we need to have a... We have to infiltrate all 3 major settlements, Eringrad, Prague, and Kislev. We have not gotten into Prague, but we have gotten into Kislev. We're going to have to be careful here because some angry Kislevites around, and they do have rather substantial armies that would definitely pose a threat to me here. Might just try and teleport up here a little closer to Prague, see if we can get in range. Because I think if we get the Trickster Cult there, that will actually complete our schemes. I have a ton of money that we can use, by the way, so I guess I'll go ahead and spend it on some buildings here just because we can. No reason not to at this point. And let's just kind of take a look around some of our different Trickster Cults and see if there's anything that bodes well for us here. Does this drop discoverability? It does. Let's do some of these to drop some discoverability. And then I will actually add some discoverability, but some income as well. There we go. We spent up some of our money. That way I'm not just sitting around on, you know, kind of a do-nothing thing here. I'm not particularly worried about where I spend it at the moment because it's just not strategically necessary for me to, you know, be very deliberate about it in order to win at this point. We're getting attacked by Kislev. I could try and retreat. They'll probably catch us anyway. Let's see what we're up against. Infantry-wise, I'm not going to cut through armor well, but I'll have a sturdy line. Very sturdy line. Though it's going to get tested by this right here. And then from range, that is some extraordinarily deadly range. And they have 2 little Groms as well. So this, it says high casualties. It says we're going to lose. We might lose, but you know what? You don't get to have any fun if you don't play the battle, so let's go play the battle. Alright, I've got the battle underway. I'm going to target the Warbear Riders directly ahead of me. Light War Sleds would also be an appropriate target. The AI is going to be waiting on the reinforcements. it's going to be 2 minutes, and then they have to walk all the way across the battlefield. So honestly, if I can sit here and kill some of their units, that's going to be a huge benefit to me. We're certainly not going to have unlimited magic here, but I'm going to try and do some damage from range, if at all possible. My Golden Griffin has some really nice bound spells here, too, for blob busting, so we got to remember those when the time comes. Alright, my Steam Tank's getting some damage, and we've actually killed an entity on those Warbear Riders. I do not have a way for this character to move quickly, and let's remind myself what the range is. It's only 175 meter range on that, so that is not going to happen. And let's see... Kislev's still not wanting to make a move on me. I'm going to go ahead and just try and kill some of their Warbear Riders. I'm going to try and get as many cheap shots in as I can get from range. So we took out one. We've got enough damage going that we are likely to kill more here in a moment. Yeah, there goes 2 entities. So again, nothing huge, but we're just going to chip away here at some of these key units for Kislev. They're going to start bringing the reinforcements across to line up. I don't think they're going to immediately bring the reinforcements to my flank. I'm going to reposition just a hair. But yeah, they've got a long walk across the battlefield, and I have plenty of ammunition that I can spend here. I'm also curious to see whether or not they leave their little Groms behind with, like, because they're slow units, and they might be firing at me. Oh, they are firing at me. Holy crap, that hurt. Yeah, Little Grom is firing at me. Let's take our 2 Screamers. I'm going to send my Screamers off that direction, actually deselect them, and I'm going to move a little further away from the Little Grom's firing arc there. Try and make it a little more difficult. Little Grom is now targeting my Screamers. So I'm going to have to do a little dodgy work here. They are putting some separation between themselves and the Little Grom units. Assuming I can see the projectile coming, Little Grom should be relatively easy to dodge. Are they now bulldozing towards me? I think they are bulldozing towards me. That's interesting. Not what I would have expected. Trying to keep the attention of Little Grom right there. I'm just going to go right outside of the range. They are just coming straight at me. Interesting. That is an odd decision. Not one that I agree with. But when I say not one that I agree with, it's not one that I would make the mistake of myself. It's one that I completely agree with in terms of them essentially suiciding themselves at this point. They're going after my Steam Tank. We did take a cannon hit over here from Little Grom. They're still inside of the range right there, and we lost an entity, unfortunately. Their army is still very, very slowly moving with reinforcements. I've got to put some distance between that army and Little Grom if I really have a prayer here. I've got to move my Screamers back. They're getting cooked right now. We got a really good opportunity here, though, to take out a Boyar and some other units. I'm getting hit by their stupid archers, though, and I can't get a good angle on their archers. I could run out here with my Zangors, and then on this flank, I wonder whether... Let's see what we can do about this unit here. No, we're gonna get cooked over here. Back up, back up. They're trying to hit my single entity units pretty hard, and they're succeeding with their archers. So I've got some pressure headed that direction. Okay, what do we got going on over here? Don't know if I have enough distance between myself. I'm gonna have to risk it though and try and silence those cannons. I'll pull back if I have to. I'm gonna start heading that direction. Alright, my Zangors arrived on station out here, and they are shredding that Kassar spear. However, I still have a bit of a... What? Ugh, I must have misclicked the unit here. I'm gonna get these units back. There's a couple of war sleds that are hitting me pretty good here. Try and pull these single entities back a little. Just gonna see if I can... little Groms are hurting me really bad. I'm going to try and tag team this one and see if we can take it out real quick. Zangors are doing good out there. They've got that unit fixed. Please kill these guys. I got to kill the war sleds in a hurry. The war sleds are hurting me pretty good. I've got to take them out of commission. I'm going to try and get some shields. Oh my gosh. I must have gotten savaged by a cannon shot here from that little Grom because it has 19 kills. And I'm not going to get anywhere near killing the little Grom. That is bad news for me. Very bad news for me. And now my Zangor is in firing range back here too, which is also really bad news. My Zangor is getting absolutely demolished by a Warbear Rider that came in here. Okay, this is not going well. There is a big blob up here though. I'm gonna take a risk here and try something. We've got issues up front here. I'm gonna have to move up some of my infantry forces. I'm gonna have to move up here to protect. Stupid sled shot me on the up on the way through. That's not what I wanted. Okay, well I'm starting to get a little bit of damage done on the Grom, and now the enemy is pulling back away from me over here. I really want to drop like a Tzeentch's Gate or something right here in the middle of that. Ooh, I'm under heavy fire though. Heavy fire. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Alright, we got the gateway off though. Kind of worth the risk if I can get out of here alive. I do not have any heals. Alright, so we gotta get away and get our... That gate, though, was extraordinarily effective. And then I actually am gonna finish off this little Grom. We must have just taken an extremely unfortunate cannon shot on that first unit, so we are gonna get that Grom. And then I did lose most all of my Zangors out here, but we've managed to pull together the main line, and I'm holding off these Warbears for now while the enemy advance has kind of been halted. I have a ton of magic at my availability as well. Come on, please go away, Grom. It's unbreakable right now. I don't know what the AI is doing right now, but it is very much resounding to my favor. Very, very strange decision-making process on the part of the AI at the moment. I do not understand it. I've gotten a bunch of good shots, and I've got 100 kills with the steam tank because of the way the AI made its decision. Alright, we killed Grom, one Grom. Let's go try and kill another Grom. We're getting hit by Cassars here. I'm gonna have to fly up over the top of this Grom. It fired point blank at me. They've retreated to protect their little Grom units is what they've done. I'm gonna try and get out of their range here. They've got many units in range. I don't know, this is kind of working in my favor. I guess I'll just sacrifice that unit because it's probably going to die anyway. And over here, they're kind of cheesing me with the sleds and doing a little pull-through nonsense, but that's not going to last for much longer. They're about to kick the bucket, and then I'm going to get all of my, my barriers back. I've got my 2 beasts still. So I think that despite some initial losses here, I'm actually in a pretty strong position because of how much damage we caused. Alright, so let's get lined back up. Let us get lined back up here. Okay. Alright, I am getting everybody lined back up. My golden griffin was getting absolutely demolished by skirmisher fire, so the AI will a lot of times, like if you have a caster or a key flying unit, but especially a caster, they will target them. They will target them to the utter destruction of your unit. I cannot believe how much damage our screamers did here. Either that or it was a lot of friendly fire from one of their units. That's incredible. What a stroke of luck for me this screamer has been. Holy cow. We took it out. We actually took that unit completely out of the fight. What a stroke of unimaginable luck. Okay, they have brought their archers up. That is definitely not good for me. I'm gonna push my pinks forward. They're gonna have superior range on me in pretty much every way. I do have this burning head though that can be cast at a range of 150, and I can run up their archer line feasibly. So we will see whether that becomes an option. So this Akshina ambusher, I was like, dang, why is that unit shredding me so hard? Because it's an Akshina ambusher. But they don't have a lot of armor, and pinks are gonna absolutely wreck them. They are not gonna like getting torn apart by these pink screamers, not at all. Alright, there we go. But again, the range thing will certainly be working against me here. They've got that stupid never break Kislev. What do they call it? The blood. What's the ability? It's the By Our Blood. Yeah, By Our Blood is tremendously annoying. It basically makes them unbreakable when you really don't need them to be unbreakable. I'm going to turn around with my pinks here and get ready. My infantry is regaining their barriers, and then we are going to bum rush the enemy formation here pretty hard. Alright, run. We are not very capable in some ways here. You can see our pinks, like these two pinks are already getting absolutely ruined. I'm going to back them up because their skirmishers just outrange us. They are superior. And they've got an archer out on their flank that is going to give me trouble. Let's see if we can get a hold of it. Oh gosh, they're about to just KO my beast near immediately. Kislev has so much missile firepower. Oh, don't kill my... No, 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 no. It takes so long to re-recruit that. Do you see how quickly that happened? Dadgummit. Yeah, that happened in mere moments there. It did not take long for that to occur, and now my other one is suffering the same fate. I may lose both of those. Those units do not have a lot of armor, and so once Kislev cuts through that barrier, it is just an absolute massacre. Well, I'm gonna have to keep pushing in regardless. Where's my... Oh, they're gonna go after my... I'm gonna go after my caster if I'm not careful here. Let's see what we can do here. Oh my gosh, man. Their missiles have just absolutely dominated me in this fight. I'm going to actually run away with this unit and just see if I can get it to replenish maybe into the next turn. They're going to kill my lord here if I'm not careful. I'm going to have to just start firing some magic off that way. There's this burning head. Not in the position that I need it in, unfortunately. But I might be able to use it against those Ice Guard. My steam tank's getting owned. That's not good. Let's run that away too, because I don't want to lose the steam tank. Come on. We gotta push this forward. We gotta take these guys out of melee. Melee is our only prayer here. I'm gonna run the steam tank away. They're murdering my steam tank. Okay, I think we can bring this unit up now that it's a lot safer. I'm going to drop this gateway right on top of it. I got a little bit more magic, but oh my gosh. So I didn't control this particularly well on my part. Like, so that cost me, but it also... I paid a big price in terms of just the range superiority that Kislev has here is challenging. Let's finish these guys off and lick our wounds and hope to live to fight it. Oh my gosh, look how quick he's killing my crappy unit here. Please don't kill my lord. He's not immortal at this point. There we go. All right, we killed the boyar, and now it's just the By Our Blood that's holding them in the fight. And that is an annoying feature because, like, right there, they kept fighting and actually broke one of my Chaos Warriors still. Dang, that was a costly battle. It said we were going to lose it, so I suppose I should be happy that we won. But, like, I definitely made a lot of micro mistakes there. However, some things were worth it. Like, the Screamers basically sacrificing to kill the little Groms, that's worth it. But I should have been a lot more careful with my single entities. I think the mistake I made there is I should have left my casters and my single entities behind, YOLO'd the infantry line because it can actually take a few shots, then bring in all those things once Kislev is busy. I underestimate how much damage and how quickly this Kislev army was able to dish it out to my single entities, it was near instant that they would cut through the shields and then start ripping away health. So Kislev is definitely just brutally effective from range, and something that I did not properly respect there. So that mistake is one that I will try not to make again. Though we did win some pretty important victory there. But there are more Kislev armies around, and we need to get ourselves off to safety. Into attrition. I can't remember. I know they can't see. These guys would definitely be able to reach us there. I'm gonna like head off over here into the forest. I don't think they'll be able to reach me over here, and I'll be able to start doing a little bit of replenishment. I can go ahead and grab another steam tank here. That'll help in this army, and then I can't recruit at the moment. I'm gonna have to wait until I get into the right stance, but that was a Pyrrhic victory, if ever we have won a Pyrrhic victory. Definitely a challenging one that we just got into there. We need magic, and we need it bad. This army is lacking a good deal of power because of the lack of experience. Okay, I'm gonna take this army and once again move in a teleport stance and keep moving our way back towards that portal. I need to infiltrate Prague, but that is not going to be easily done with all these Kislev forces around. These pinks are just, like, they're good, but they don't really end up being a whole lot of help in the fight against all these Kislev missiles because they just get outranged so hard. I mean, they were certainly handy to an extent, but I don't really know what I'm going to replace them with at the moment. I'm going to have to think about that. Kind of get an idea. I mean, we could just try and fully envelop Kislev in a melee, and assuming that they don't just have a whole bunch of Zargard great weapons, we would win that in almost every scenario. They are chasing me. So Kislev is aggressively pursuing this army, as well they should.
I serve only the ice core.
I'm outside of their range, though.
It's me.
And I don't know that I'll be able to sit around for 2 turns and actually recruit anything at the moment. We lost our beast, but I did pick up another steam tank, which will kind of be a nice replacement, but I feel like we are lacking in many respects, but I don't know what I can do to make up for it within just 2 turns here. We do have Chosen available to us. Just bury them in more infantry, which the infantry was pretty effective ultimately against their forces. This would leave me relatively limited from a mobility standpoint, but would give me a ton of infantry power that they couldn't really overcome. I don't know whether they'll keep hunting me here or not. If they do, I'm going to have to move along, so I'll watch them on the next turn. I could use my Changing of the Ways, and we could halt their army, and that should cease their pursuit at the moment. And then I can maybe give them a little something to think about here too. So if I go into my, let's reveal the shroud. Alright, we revealed the shroud. I can see what's around me. Let's cause them a little problem. Let's force a rebellion. Like out here, where they're probably not really ready to defend against it. And then I could transfer off one of their settlements, potentially, assuming that I have enough grimoires. Feel like I could just cause a little havoc here. It can't be a faction that they're at war with. But like, for instance, I could just hand this over to some Chaos Dwarves just to wreak havoc on a few things there. So like, we'll just kind of mix things up. And then obviously I can't force a peace treaty on them, but I think we have, what we could do, we could spread a whole bunch of siege corruption from our army and cause a little havoc that way too. Okay, alright, so doing what I can to cause some trouble, like we're scheming.
The Changeling. This way, that way.
Alright.
Master whelps. There are schemes.
Alright, we're gonna get in there in the next turn anyway. So in the next turn I can hit that portal, and I can come back and assist my other army as best I can.
I abase myself.
Alright, I don't really care what Astrogoth wants anymore, I'm just not interested. I think I made peace with him just so that he wouldn't attack me on the way out the door. Very schemy of me, by the way. Alright, here we're gonna hit the portal. And we'll be able to travel. We're going to traverse the rifts. And I believe the only other portal that I may have opened is right down here. So I'm going to traverse that rift. Changeling is underway, and we'll... Rift entered. They will emerge. Destination the following turn. Alright, so we're going to be out there in the next turn. We've halted their army so they couldn't follow me, which is also allowing me to replenish. That is quite nice. Go ahead and end this turn. Kislev was halted for one more turn.
Welcome, trusted.
I do not care what you say. And then I'm going to be a long ways off down in vampire territory. But we are now back in the general vicinity.
I am everyone.
A little bit risky to force march here, but I am going to go ahead and force march up here and meet up with my other army. We'll make a push on Prague because that will help us get close to ending the campaign, essentially. So there we go. This army was able to finish its recruiting. And I'm going to move over here a little closer to Volksgrad. Awesome. I don't even see the rebellion there anymore. That's actually kind of annoying. It doesn't seem like it ended up doing much. Let's take a look at our buildings, by the way. We got a lot of buildings that we can build on. We just don't necessarily even need them all. We don't have anything here, though, so... That one looks like it's spread. They're making pretty good money there, so we should steal their money. So let's put that building in, and then let's put in... stuff to get some grimoires and cult supplies... Keep our discoverability down. At least I think that's what that one did. Is that what it did? It is. That'll keep our discoverability down. A little bit of recruiting just in case we need it. Let's go ahead and put something like that in. Okay. So we'll spend up a little bit of that money. Let's take a look for, again, some more obvious, easy spend recruiting type stuff. How much money are they making? Pretty good money. So there's another one we can steal a stack of cash. And get some more cult supplies. And again, just in case, you know, throw down some buildings where we can do some different recruiting. That'll work for now. We spent up a good chunk of our money. We do have some unassigned skill points that we need to handle. Let's go with prismatic plurality. And let's go ahead and end another turn. Alright, with the two armies together, Kislev will certainly not be able to stand in our way. Fate Weaver wants a non-aggression pact, but I mean, we just don't do diplomacy unless I want to at the moment, so I have no reason to listen to or to pay any attention to Kairos. Like, there's just no reason whatsoever. Okay, we are taking attrition because of the whole motherland thing. I'll just teleport on the next turn. And let's attack. Alright, let's tear down their little crap hole here. Then I won't take any attrition. Alright, that'll teach Kislev a bit of a lesson. And that also helped me get some skill points for this character, which it's badly needed. 8 Snurgle indeed. Definitely need some better magic in the... Well, I mean, I do have the bound magic. We also... Well, we're not desperate for any of this over here, honestly. So let's go ahead and maybe continue to focus on that magic. Treason of Tzeentch is pretty good debuff, so let's do that. And end another turn so I can get these two armies together.
I've walked a mile in your
Shut up, Festus. No one likes you. Alright. That's how we treat Nurgle around here, folks. Puppets and Misrule got destroyed. That's interesting. That's a trickster cult established. Yes, it did. At Wurzen. Good. Our influence is a spreading. Spreading well. Actually, let's go back up in here and let's put in this one to continue to try and spread a chance for us to drop more of our influence into people's backyards here. Actually, I think I'm gonna switch that over. There we go. Awesome. All right. So that'll help us from a building standpoint. I'm just going to teleport like this. Now our two armies can move together towards Prague.
Always scheming.
Grand total of 4 scheme tanks here.
Chaos.
We got the scheme tank and the dream tank. And then I think someone had mentioned at one point, maybe naming one of them armored schemes. And then let's call this one the Steam Changer. Alright, good enough. Got ourselves some good units here. I'm gonna skip the fact that that lord hasn't moved. We picked up another settlement here, so we're going to start becoming fabulously wealthy as some of these buildings get completed and I continue to spread these things like crazy. We are gonna definitely have a lot of capabilities here. Alright, let's end our turn again. Some of these settlements we're in, as I start to steal a big chunk of their income, we'll see our income climb up even higher. We could certainly have another army at this point, but it isn't necessary. I'll be able to finish what I need to with both of these. I'll need a ruby ring, it's really not gonna matter. Let's head to our armies. Changeling. Changeling, we can move up to here, and then move our other army right up to there as well. So we got both of our armies doing their weird Tzeentch saunter along the road here. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have so much magic capability. We can fight. It's gonna be absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Let's spread our control.
Chaos.
Okay.
Incarnate.
And let's go ahead and end another turn here and move up towards Prague and see if we can get through these final couple of schemes here. I guess we left the ogres in bad shape. They never made another breakout. They're kind of pinned back in their corner.
We must stand against chaos.
Attrition's gonna ramp up again.
Around. Tales I have to tell. Pandemonium is my name.
Awesome. Okay, so we are near in range of Prague. It has a substantial garrison. A lot of Griffin Legion there, though I'm not particularly worried about Griffin Legion. Feel like we can handle Griffin Legion. Opens a Trickster Rift in the Eastern Waste. Opens in the Chaos Waste. Empire Theater. Kislev and Norsca. Okay.
The joy we shall have.
Alright, let us end another turn, and then we'll get ready to invade the cursed city of Prague here. I don't really know who you are or what you want, but leave me alone. Alright. Alright, there's a Trickster Rift. So we're opening a lot of rifts here in case we did need to travel around. But at this point, we do not need to. That motherland attrition, though, not going to be pretty. We're going to continue the siege just for the moment. Yeah, I can see we would take attrition if I kept sieging, so we're not going to continue sieging. I'm going to use my steam tanks and just batter holes in the walls. So I'm going to go ahead and fight this and let you all watch. I'm going to use my steam tanks to put a breach in the walls. Kislev does not appear to be guarding the walls at all, in fact. That is rather strange. Unless they have units that are hidden along the walls, which I would think is unlikely. I'll start moving up with my warriors. I do have reinforcements. Let's take the Knights of Immolation up and do a little bit of a scout here. I don't think they could be hiding something on the walls. I'll go ahead and attempt to breach this fort wall. And then I won't have to actually use any ladders when I get there. If that's the case, we'll be able to just break straight in. I do not see anything on the walls over here, so Kislev has made a very odd decision to not even attempt to hold the wall. Not what I would have expected. But it is something I will take. Okay. That fort wall is very nearly breached. And I've transformed into Astrogoth. We have access to his magic, some of which should be quite helpful. We have 43 in the reserve and a lot, or sorry, 44 in the pool and a whole lot in the reserve, well over 100. That gate, the wall's about to be breached. They're going to make a tower here, but I can quickly tear that tower down. We'll probably want to come in halberds first because of the amount of Griffin Legion in the vicinity, or I could just send in my standard infantry because they have the shields and I can back them up with the Mutalith Vortex Beast. And reinforcements have arrived. Oh yeah, some sweet reinforcements coming on in. And the wall's down. Alright, move the tanks up. And reinforcements are here. I'm going to take those reinforcements and move them all the way up to the wall breach. Okay, let us enter the breach and begin the fight. Into the breach, men. Into the breach. All these Mutalith creatures up, and let's bring our steam tanks up as well. And they're gonna have a lot of Cassars on top of us here very quickly. Let's charge in here and let these guys have it. Alright, steam tanks entering the breach. Let's go ahead and get right into that armored Cassar. We want to try and keep these units from firing. Ooh, boy, they got savaged by that tank. Use that special ability, and then let's take our 2 Screamers. Well, 3 Screamers, I guess. Let's go tear that tower down. Alright, let's bring my tanks on in to close range. Send some help over here for the Mutalith Beast. We got more units entering the gap. Let's bring in fake Astrogoth. And we are going to engage. That tower should be down momentarily. And I'm going to move my flyers back out to avoid the incoming fire from those Cassar spear units. Come on, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Tear it down. Tear it down. Okay, thank you. Alright, we got it. Let's bring this character up. Alright, so where are we at? Let's go. Let's try and push Astrogoth back into combat. Let's push these 2 Mutalith Beast further back into combat. And then I'm going to take the Golden Griffin here and use some of his bound magic abilities to support. Some golden hounds there. A little bit of Infernal Gateway. We're just going to pour it on pretty thick. Alright, let's we've got another Mutilith Beast. Then I've got 2 additional tanks that have arrived on station or are about to, so I'll have 4 tanks heading up one flank here. That was a brutal vortex spell that we just ripped off there. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my Screamers down in here along with the Golden Griffin and my, what do you call it? Cockatrice. Wow, the name was really escaping me there for a moment. This Griffin Legion's benefiting from the By Our Blood. Let's use a little bit of this magic that was so kindly gifted to us, courtesy of Astrogoth. Ooh, that was handy. We will take that to the bank. I'm gonna drop a Flamestorm up there too. So Kislev definitely not enjoying the day that the Changeling showed up in town. It is not a pleasant day for them at the moment. Let's start swinging in. Let's keep things moving here. I got a whole bunch of infantry. I'm just gonna start pushing this direction, so that way we can get a lot of things moving. Then our Knights of Immolation have a pretty easy target right back there. Our other flyers ended up into this melee here, where that Griffin Legion, again, the By Our Blood is keeping units in this fight longer than expected. And let's throw down some more of this mean magic for Astrogoth here. I'm actually having a hard time getting to land where I want it to. It's not going to be the best hit I've ever had. In fact, it hit our own Knights of Immolation, but it is what it is at this point. We took down their barricade there. I'm going to start using a lot of this magic for Astrogoth. Giving him tremendous protection at the moment. We are being shot over here. Let's go do something about it. And then the Golden Griffin. Actually, we don't even need to attack them. Let's just use the Golden Griffin that way. I need to get this barricade out of my way. And then I'm going to drop down into that Zargard. We killed their leader. And Kislev should be basically falling apart here near any moment. I don't really know how they're hanging on to any hope whatsoever. Let's see, where's my Golden Griffin at again? This guy's got so many nice bound spells. There we go. Burst through that. Let's go break through the next barricade. And let's get up here and get onto this capture point. So I'm going to send some troops forward to go attack. The By Our Blood is now the only thing keeping our enemies in the fight. And it's about to end. There we go. Prague has fallen. Well, that was a brutal, overwhelming amount of force. Golden Griffin did a pretty marvelous job there, as did the Changeling. I kind of like the Astrogoth form. I didn't even use the Blue Scribes. Like, I totally forgot to use them with their magic. We had so much magic there that it was just almost overwhelming to try and even pay attention to. I'm going to set up a Symbiotic Trickster Cult. Start stealing their money. We're going to take some Motherland attrition here. Not ideal, but won't be the end of the world. Let's go ahead and build this, and let's get the ability to spread Trickster Cults and then drop Discoverability. There we go. So that should have completed. Oh, we got the Tsarina Katerin form, and the Kostaltin form, and the Mother Ostankia form. And we can fight the Grand Scheme in Norsca and Kislev, which I will do as soon as I am able to replenish my troops and get ready for said fight. So that seems to have been quite a good idea there for us. Warp Flame. know if that's going to be a huge
The
deal, but
joy
I'll
we shall have
go ahead and take care of that. All right, our legendary lord ranks up. I want to get this last one, Turtle Hair and Boar, which was a very nice upgrade. And then finally, I guess I could work on some of his magic, although I'm going to be using whatever magic that's part of the Formless Horror for the most part, but whatever. We've got options, and we will use said options, any option that we so choose. It's just nice.
always scheming.
All right, let's get another one here because I just want to unlock that Scrolls of the Apocalypse really bad. Let's see. Treason of Zinch again, and then our fire sorcery. Let's do piercing bolts times 2. All right, there we go. Let's end this turn and get ready for another. I don't think Kislev had any reinforcements in the vicinity, and if they did, they should be quite scared of what they might find when they roll up here. Now I can replenish this army over the next turn, and then the following turn. And I know some people are like, Air, you got so much money. There's nothing to spend it on at the moment. Like, we could make another army, but it's completely pointless. I'm actually about to win the campaign by just fighting a couple more battles here. At least I'm pretty sure we are. I am thinking about getting rid of these 2 units before the final battle, though, just to make way for even more power in case it's needed, because our steam tanks will have to cover the range. But in any case, let's go ahead and go in here to the schemes, and then we need to teleport to the Norsca and Kislev battle, which means I'm going to have to come out of the encamped stance to teleport. And we're going to have to fight against Wulfric the Wanderer, amongst others, and let's go check it out. Alright, it says, we've lured the Norskins under the pretense of sporting a challenge. They will come to enjoy their participation reward. So the Norskins think that we've come here to give them a challenge in combat, because apparently that's something they're looking for. And it says, weakening them allows us to begin the teleportation ritual. So we need to get up here and start weakening the Norscan force. That seems like something that I will be capable of accomplishing. What's the range on these stores? That's a 150 meter cast. That one is only that one's a 200 meter cast. Okay, let's go give them a little trouble. 300 meter cast right there. Alright, I have got my steam tanks inside of range, and I'm gonna start picking at some of these Marauder champion units. I sent a little bit of fun fireball up there, and I'm going to try and time that's gonna be late. No, hit him, hit him, hit him. Go, 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 go. Not bad, not bad. Okay. I'm gonna use up a little bit of our magic there. Go ahead and start recharging some more magic. We have a pretty large reserve, and we have them under some pretty heavy fire. I'm gonna move up a little further still, and let's see if we have this. I can do a little extra magic recharge. That will help us get magic faster. What kind of magic do we got available to us? The Gaze of Mork. We got the Maw, which is a pretty good one. We do have some heals. Spiteful Shot, or the Deep. That's going to give extra accuracy to our units. Don't think we need that at the moment. Alright, steam tanks. Firing again. The AI is just constantly reforming, so well done, CA. This is some brilliant programming. Just have them crisscrossing the screen while I shoot them with cannons. But hey, you know, whatever makes you think that you're winning. I'm just gonna keep lobbing cannonballs into the midst of this. I'm gonna actually see if I can sneak up a flamestorm in here, because they are so blobbed up right now and crisscrossing paths and stuff. Launch a little fireball up into that. Oh yeah, perfect shot, right in the middle of that. There we go, that's got their attention. That got their attention. Alright, so they are now paying attention. I'm going to move up closer to this choke point so that they really can't outflank me with any ease. And And I've got plenty of stopping power in terms of anti-large. My tanks continue to fire away here. We have done some good damage to their expensive infantry units. They still do not want to come up here and face me, which is a mistake on every level. I'm gonna make them pay. I'm gonna keep dropping magic on them here and just let them have it. We've done so much damage I was actually able to use the Bolt of Change here. Oh, go, go, go. Oh, yes. And they were crossing paths yet again because the AI is just... I don't know what they have been programmed to do in this battle, but it is not in any way to be effective. I mean, they're getting absolutely trounced from range right now. Watch this. Have a little more fun with them since they're performing so poorly. How much more reserve? We still got 67 reserves, so I'm gonna get up here, and if they crisscross paths again, I'm gonna try and drop a final transmutation on them and use that to get some extra work done. Okay, there we go. See if I can get them to crisscross through the middle. They had all three mammoths on top of each other at one point, which was certainly good for me. Look at them, they just don't even know how to react. This is so weird. I've not seen the AI act this poorly in a very long time, so it's almost like something changed. I don't know what the deal was, but this is just terrible decision making on their part. They're getting completely destroyed. Let's put that charm shield on because we're under fire there. I mean, they have taken just almost hopeless damage here, and I haven't even come inside of range yet. I'm gonna go... Could go screw with them some more here, but I'm fine for now. I'm just gonna let my steam tanks do their work. They are just absolutely crushing the enemy here. They've got units missing tons of hit points. 25 seconds. Getting 1 power every 3 seconds. We still have a tremendously good magic recharge rate. 13. I am gonna go get another final transmutation up here. 9, 8, 7. 2, 1. Look at this. I'm gonna be able to get all 3 of those single entities again. Get him, get him, get him, get him before... Oh, that one might have got outside the range. It did. That one mammoth managed to escape it. Okay. Another bolt of change we're going to bring in there. I'm going to complete that. This is so weird. Like, the Norskins don't have any range, and they refuse to engage me from range. Like, and, I mean, it's not like that it's an unknown that Tzeentch would be one of the characters in this battle, because, I mean, this is a Tzeentch campaign and a Tzeentch-specific thing, so, again, one would expect that the AI would be programmed to actually come attack, since they are not a ranged faction, and they are fighting a ranged faction. Rotting Prometheans. I'm gonna pull the blue scribes up here and have a little fun now. Oh, a foot of Gork. Oh, and they've got a huge blob right here. Stay still, stay still. Smile for the camera. This is just sad at this point. Like, let's give him a little fiery convocation here. A lash of Slanesh to go along with it. Oh, Kraken's pull. Man, I wish that was the big ship spell from Silostra. That one's way more fun. How are you blocked? Like, how do you not have line of sight? I'm confused. One of them saying that they were blocked on their line of fire. Okay, we got this. Oh my gosh, man. These guys are getting absolutely crapped on. Ox of Miska. Chill Wind ought to be pretty good, like right across here. I love this. They're just not going to attack me. Like, I'm going to utterly annihilate them from range. We got Light Boil. Look at me just dropping like every spell known in the Warhammer universe.
I wish I could cast them. Blue scribes.
Part of Winter going off now. Got a Death Frost, I'll drop that on. I think I'm out of magic reserves. Yeah, we've pulled everything in from the reserves, so we're on our last bits of magic here. Let's summon a Rotting Promethean just to, like, add a little insult to injury here. The second Norscan forces join the fray. Not before the first one just gets completely and utterly destroyed. Oh man, that's funny. They just stood there and took it. Look at all the kills here that we've gotten. And now my Rotting Promethean on the ground. I'm gonna try. Yeah, we shattered Wolfric. Mind you. Oh, okay, we're getting shot up a little. Okay, I think we finally convinced them to come and play. And it's mostly because they have reinforcements coming in now, I think. But they decided they might come our way because they're probably trying to line up with their own reinforcements. Alright, we got shot a little bit on the way out of there, but that's okay. We managed. Alright, so that was an absolute beatdown. I'm gonna turn some units this direction. Because we have some reinforcements that are likely to come get in behind us here. So I'm gonna pull some of my army back that direction. You ready to face them? They are still, like, looking to reform rather than, like, actually just attack at this point. And try and put themselves out of their own miserable suffering here. They're really trying to swing wide around me with those wolves. I think that getting into combat here, though, will lure them back in. Awesome. There we go. There we go. Alright, I got halberds in, so they're going to get crunched up in this fight really bad. Let's use that special ability there. I'm going to drop some screamers down into that fight. At least just for a moment, and then I am going to disrupt the incoming march of those berserkers. And then it looks like the AI finally came to attack me over here. So let's go ahead and march out to meet them. Let's bring the Knights of Immolation down. Blue Scribes. Another Screamer, let's bring them down. I'm gonna put this tank over into Assault. Alright, now we got a full-fledged... Alright, weaken the final Norscan force, so they have one final force coming in. And I don't think it's gonna be too difficult for us to weaken these guys at this point because they're completely discombobulated and out of position, like just getting crapped on in every imaginable way. Okay. These Marauder Berserkers are certainly not enjoying life. They're getting a Mortis effect on them from the Mutawith Vortex Beast. I'm going to send a little help back there. Alright, and that final force is approaching from this other direction. It looks like we took out their leader there. I'm going to try and reform these units just a little bit here, so I'm going to pull them back over. And no surprise here, the Berserkers are routing. I know, shock of all shocks. I do have 10 magic left. I don't think I have any heal spells up at the moment, though. Or else I would go ahead and try and use it on such. It looks like we got some reinforcements, but I do not really need any reinforcements at this time. It looks like they're just some extra Heralds of Tzeentch. Okay, those units all shattered, so no one else is coming back behind us either. Alright, and the final Norscan force, what is it? They've got a giant and a few other things, so let's get our infantry line set up again. Alright, let me just get everybody reset here. Alright, got everybody moving. And we should be getting barriers back up. Get my infantry into position. They do have some Marauder great weapons. Those are not Marauder champions, which is what I maybe would have expected in the final army. But this final Norscan force does have a good number of trolls. My halberds are pretty slow. It's going to take them a while to get back in position. I do not expect those units to move quickly. Some of my units are still in attack mode here. Alright. I've got units inbound. Let's go ahead and go intercept all these trolls. Do a little bit of protection there, a little spell protection while we're at it. Alright, we've got them stopped. Let's head in and blunt the enemy charge. Bring our steam tanks into that infantry. And I've got my halberds moving up. We'll kind of watch where they send their giants and react accordingly. I think I'm going to send my cockatrice and my Knights of Immolation, try and go. Let's move these units up. Okay, yeah, there are giants over there. Let's just focus the giant, actually, with our pinks. Spread a little bit of damage around there. And I'm going to send my screamers after their shaman sorcerer, who's kind of just rolling around in the background like a numbskull. Their giant, I'm having trouble shooting him, so I'll just double team him with the, I'll just double team him with my Mutilith Beast. They should be able to tag team him and do some really nice damage because they are an anti-large unit, ultimately. Screamers have landed, and that final force is just going to chain route. They cannot take this kind of pummeling. So we were able to brute force our way through that one. That is going to be very successful for us, so that is it. I don't know if they have any unbreakable units. I don't think they do. We should see a victory screen. There we go. Replenishment won't do much. I certainly don't need the money, but let's go ahead and just take what little replenishment it is. So let's take a look here at what happens.
Norscan warriors unceasingly crave the thrill of battle, many wandering for decades just to seek a worthy fight. Yet their wills are weak, easily malleable once broken by the Changeling. Thus they march upon a new target, guided by his hand.
I think we sent them to Cathay. And we picked up Wulfric's form. Yeah, I think we just sent the Norskins off to Cathay. That's pretty hilarious. Yeah, we did. Check it out. It gave them settlements over here, and it gave us access to those settlements too. How hilarious. That is funny. Like, that is really funny. Oh my. So yeah, we gained access to settlements over here because we sent the Norskins basically out to do our puppets bidding here. Oh, that's funny. That is good stuff. Like, that is truly hilarious. What else did I want to build here? Let's put in this, and let's keep the discoverability low. There we go. Alright, so now we've got a foothold into Cathay because of that. And if I take a look at my objectives now, let's take a look at the victory conditions. So we just need to win the ultimate scheme battle to finish this campaign. And I'm going to heal for a turn, and we will take care of that on the next turn. So we just have some skill points to deal with. Pink Fire Zinch. And then more skill points here. And here we are getting pretty far ranked up with those characters. The Blue Scribes got 2 skill points, which means I should now be able to get to the Scrolls of the Apocalypse for that final battle. So that is going to be absolutely perfect. Let's end this turn and see what the final battle holds for us. That one was a pretty large one.
For you, I'm wearing my best.
You really just need to can it there, Festus. I am not in the mood for your musings. Now I can drop out of here and we can go to the objectives, missions, win the following battle. Is that the one? Alright, view the ultimate scheme, teleport to battle. So we are apparently going to be going up against a lot of the forces of good here and some kind of crazy scheme that I'm very much looking forward to. Now it says we're going to die. I don't know. Maybe we will. We'll see. We get a Cataclysm spell here too. Look at this Dance of Despair. Is that the Cataclysm spell? I think it is. Use 1 use. Duration 21 seconds. That doesn't seem like a very good Cataclysm, but I'll take it. Okay, we're into the final battle. Let's see what it is they asked me to do. I'm slightly outside of the range of their artillery, but I do have my own steam tanks in range of the enemy. I'm going to back up just a little bit here. It looks like we got reinforcements headed in. So it just says, keep the casters alive until the scheme is complete. Okay, well, that's going to be interesting. Well, maybe you should quit moving forward if you want to stay alive. You know? Just a thought. I think we've got their attention. Ooh, they got steam tanks of their own. They got their own steam schemes going here. Quit marching forward. Alright, I better send some units to protect these guys, right? So I might send some Screamers out here and the Knights of Immolation to help protect these casters over there. And then let's get transformed. And we've actually done good damage to their steam tanks so far. Oh, we got gyrocopters inbound. Let's make an intercept here. Okay. Oh, yeah, those knights are going straight for it here. They want a piece of that caster, so. Can we catch those copters? They're going to be very fast. I don't think I have a unit. I mean, my Screamers are probably fast too. Oh, they're going to go into melee with me. That's definitely not what the gyrocopters should do, but I will take that to the bank for sure. Alright, enemies inbound. Let's send some warriors this way. Move a few units that direction. I don't really know exactly how I need to be deploying here in order to be fully successful. I feel like I could use some infantry and maybe some magic support down this way. So I'm gonna send a couple units that way. Splitting up could be risky. I could get myself in a bad position here. I'll try and stay after those units to pull the steam tanks back. I was trying to get after the gyrocopters. There are a lot of them. Where is this guy going? He is just like, okay, he's heading up here. So he's definitely heading for a better position. I need to go get rid of these artillery pieces real quick, or else they're gonna murder me from out there. Okay, steam tank, let's fall back, please. I'm gonna try and come fill the gap in. If I have the right magic available to me, I could... Oh, we got a Van Geist Revenge. Watch this. It's not gonna be perfect, but it ought to be pretty good. No, it wasn't ideal, but it did some nice damage. Okay, sorry, I gotta pause it real quick and get a hold of these flying units that are out of position. So apologize, give myself just a moment. Tell you what we do need though is we need a hammer right down this line as well. So let's hit play there and keep going. All right, I'm kind of just trying to use my units here. We've got these stupid gyrocopters in behind me. This caster is safe for the moment. I'm going to actually move some units back closer to it. I'm going to take these Knights of Immolation, see if I can get those gyrocopters off my case. And let's put a Flame Storm right here too. We got some more gyrocopters moving back in on me. Let's see if maybe I can get an attack order up in the air on them. And let's get after these units. Alright, Knights of Immolation might catch those gyros. Not 100% sure here. Move back over here. Just protect these casters. Look, we got Wolfric on our side now too, so we have this giant battle going on. This is hilarious. I kind of just threw these units in back here, and they did clean up the artillery. I wonder if I can get them away now. I don't know if we can, but I'll see if I can get those units away because we cleaned up some of that. Oh, look at this cafe coming in. Jeez, man, this is going to be the smorgasbord of all battles here. These gyrocopters are annoying me right now. I need to keep after... Yeah, okay, the Knights of Immolation, push them off. There's another one headed right back in, so let's just get right on top of that next gyrocopter. Let's get these two Screamers and chase down that gyrocopter. And let's get repositioned here and see if we can fill in this gap again. Another gyrocopter, so there are gyrocopters all over us. I'm gonna try and come fill in this hole again. There's just a lot going on at the moment, and it's somewhat difficult to try and fully manage. We only have a little while longer, though, to keep our casters alive, and all of them look quite healthy at the moment. I thought there was 3. Maybe only 2. But yeah, I think we're good. I don't see anybody going down, and the AI is just kind of trickling new units in, so it's actually not like a huge concern for me. These stupid gyros, I cannot get them to sit still and take their comeuppance, which is probably smart on their part. Speaking of, let's turn face this way and shoot those ones. Whatever units... Heavy war sleds on us now. Let's go after those. Alright, so we are still holding the line. There's a Luminarch of Hysh back here. That's a little bit concerning, but at the same time, like, I can't just drop everything I'm doing. Take care of it. Alright, we got rid of some more of those gyrocopters. Looks like we are still holding back our enemies. I'm tearing down some gyrocopters over here. We're down to 856. I guess victory tickets, whatever the heck it is here. I'm not sure what we call it. Probably victory tickets. Get rid of another gyro. There are gyros just hovering over the top of all of us. I have a ton of magic that we have not used, but I don't really need to use at the moment because I'm not in a position to do so. I'm kind of letting allies absorb that one, and then I just need to get these gyrocopters off my case over here. They're well armored, so it's a little bit harder for my Screamers to shoot these units down. It'd be a lot better if I could catch them in melee, but of course they take off running the instant I charge them. I don't know if my slowing spell would actually work on them. I think it only works on the ground. I did catch that unit right there. And I'll just try and sit here and shoot at some of them, since they're sitting still. I had managed to catch a few of them in melee here, but it's hard to hold them down. Alright, only 328 left here. It says the teleportal. Gonna get things started. You're actually getting torn up a little bit here. Go home. Leave me alone, gyrocopters. It's actually a pretty huge fight. I kind of like it. We do have magic missiles I can use on the gyrocopters.
I wish I could cast them.
Alright. I might be able to keep throwing magic missiles at the gyrocopters to help. Oh my gosh, man, they are shredding me. They are really working hard to route my character here. I need to get back and get my hit points. There we go. We won it. Bit of a strange battle. There's so much going on there, but it was cool in the sense that there was just stuff everywhere and a really active scene. But let's see what the end of the campaign looks like here. We got to fit this one into 10 clean episodes. That might be one of the shortest campaigns that I got the victory, but it is Realm of Chaos, and I'm not exactly going for like the domination victory here. But this will grab us a victory.
Such mischief and mayhem could only be caused by the slyest of pranksters. Reveling in the beautiful discord he has sown, the Changeling believes he is the ultimate trickster. Yet, he himself is the one being played. For it is the great god Sinch who is the true master schemer.
That's what he thinks. Who's been doing all the scheming here? It's me. I don't want to hear anything about Zinch being the master schemer. Well, hope you all enjoyed it. Air did bring change to the land. We got a Norscan invasion of Cathay. We caused a giant greenskin rebellion in the mountains of Morn. And we, what did we do to we got the Empire as well, right? What did we do to them? I don't even remember at this point. Anyway, we unleashed the schemes. And scheming we went. Hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage signing out from this one. I'll be back with more campaigns in the future, but of course you can keep your eye on you and Bo and Mother of Stanky because I'm going to take those to completion as well. I will see you soon.